Hey guys, so today I'm here for Top 5 Tuesday, and today's theme is going to be my top 5 books that I liked but I haven't really heard of in the book community. So they're books that no one's really read that much and they're so amazing, but no one's really seen or heard them or found them, and I never really see people reviewing them or hauling them. Like, sometimes I'll see these books around, but it's really not that much. So these are the books that I think really should get more hype, really, but I'm making this video so that you can hopefully see these books and maybe give them a go because they're all amazing, so I'm excited. Number 5 on my list is A Flash of Blue by Maria Farah. I forgot her name. I haven't talked about this book for a while, but it's also a great book that I've read really quickly, and I bought this at the bookstore because I didn't have anything to read, and I was at the stage where I used to buy everything and I had nothing to read, so I bought this book, read it in like 2 days, and I just loved it. So it wasn't even meant to be a book that I was meant to buy, and like the cover doesn't really like bring you in that much. That might put a few people off because, like, you know, boring covers you don't want to buy because they're ugly. But this book follows Amber, and recently her brother has passed away. It was just a natural causes. No one expected it to happen. He was very healthy, and he just died, and she has a secret about his death that she's very concerned about, so she kind of feels like it's her fault in a way, and she starts having like a relationship with her brother's best friend, and she, like, a lot of bad things start happening. Like, she turns to crime, she finds out a few things about her brother in her life, and it's sad, but it was just so like uplifting, and I enjoyed it, and it has a really powerful message by the end of the book, and just a lot of things happen that I didn't expect. So it's a very, very lovely book that's very sad, but it was a really, really good read. Number 4 on my list is Entwined by Heather Dixon. I never see this around really. Like, on Goodreads I saw someone actually started reading this and they didn't like it, and I was just like, my heart, you read it. It's the first time I've seen this book and you didn't like it. Like, it disappointed me, but I'm still going to recommend it because it's a great 12 Dancing Princesses retelling, and I don't know why many people haven't read it. Like, and how gorgeous is that cover though? I love the cover of this book and so excited to read this. I actually read pretty much back-to-back 12 Dancing Princesses retelling when I got this one, because I also have Princess of the Midnight Ball, and it's kind of hard. Like, I think I enjoy this one better just because this one's got a lot more to it and it's very interesting. But you all know the story of the 12 princesses, and every night they go to this magical, my phone just went off, sorry, they go to this magical land where they can dance all night, but it's only 3 times that they can go before they get trapped there, or no, before they can't go back. So it's different with these retellings because they bring in like a lord of the land, and normally it's just they dance and they get trapped by someone, but it's just like they have fun at the beginning and then it turns to life and death, and it's just awesome. I really love this story, and Abbeyleec was a great character, and the only problem though with this type of book is like there's so many characters, but oh well, it's still a great book that I really recommend. Oh my god, my face is going really red. Like, the red hair emphasizes this so much. Why am I like dying? I feel so hot today. Like, it's meant to be winter and like cold and freezing and like -20, but it's not today, so I'm pretty happy about that. But like, I don't know why I feel so warm today. Number 3 on my list is Forbidden by Siri James and Ryan M. James, and this is an angel story and I love it. And I seriously am waiting, like, hopefully there'll be a sequel to this, because like I don't feel like the book was finished and the authors were kind of like talking about it, but it still hasn't happened. I wish it would, but I enjoyed this book so much, and again, a beautiful cover. Like, I saw this cover and I looked at the premise and I was just like, yes, this book's great. It's about Claire and Alec and they're just adorable, and it's a fun angel story. Like, it doesn't really take much effort to read this one, and I really did enjoy reading it, and I never see it ever. Like, on Goodreads I think it doesn't even really have that many reviews, and it needs them, and I love this book so much and I want people to read it. Number 2 on my list is Ironcast by Destiny Soria, and this one is probably the most one that I see around, but still, it needs more people reading it because it was a great story, really interesting. Like, the concept of this book really intrigued me, and I just loved the whole idea of it, and it's very diverse, and there's like magical, it's like a magical realism book. So like, it's magical realism I always see as like magic in our world, if that is it, but it was just so cool, and there was different powers, and the story was so interesting, and I was just like, yeah, I could totally go for another book with this one too. Like, I loved the characters, even though I've forgotten their names. It's like you have so many books and so many characters that you just like, so you've got Corinne and you've got Ada. Corinne and Ada, or Ada and Corinne. I love them both. 2 strong female characters and just a great story, and I really want everyone to read it, and it's, I'm just like, yes guys, just please pick it up for me because it's amazing. And number 1 on my list is The Geek's Guide to Unrequited Love by Avanza Tosh, and this book should be up there with the hype. Like, come on, like, if you liked Queens of Geek, this is for you. Like, it's not the same level of awesomeness probably. Like, this one really isn't like that diverse, like, at all really, but it's got that fun comic geekiness that I just, oh, it was so good. It went over 3 days. It's a convention about a boy who's in love with his best friend, and he wants to make like this big grand statement and gesture, and everything just doesn't go according to plan, and he starts freaking out, and it's just such a funny story. And like, there's Princess Bride references, like, guys, it's my everything, and I just really enjoyed this book. It was such an adorable read, and just love Graham. He's just such a geek, like completely biggest geek ever, and just, yeah, you guys need to read it. You definitely get on this. Get in there and buy this book. It's #1 because I never see anyone reading it. There's a few Instagram photos and I'm just like, thank you for buying this book and reading it, people, but like, please. It's a great book. So here are the list of the 5 books that I literally never see around. Like, Ironcast is probably the one I do see the most. This list could also be called books that I really want you guys to read so you can talk to me, because I have no one to talk to about these books because no one reads them. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's so much fun to talk about books that no one's ever really read, because it's like a lot of the time you want to read like hyped books so that you can join in with the community and talk with everyone, but sometimes gotta let that go so that you can find these amazing stories, and then you just gotta get it into people's heads to read these books. So this is what I'm trying to do. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you later. Bye!